Good evening, Captains. Solisto here with another video featuring the Fletcher. As you've probably guessed by now, she is my favorite ship. I do like playing destroyers the most, but I'm sure we'll hit that in a video at a later date. But today's video isn't specifically about the Fletcher. Today, I want to talk about this island right here. This little one right here. We're on North. It's a domination match, and that island is at A. We're in a division with a Baltimore. Always bring your own radar if you can, kids. And we've spawned with 2 friendly battleships here at A. Now, this island has a few features that make it noteworthy. First off, both teams have access to the cap circle while in cover from any incoming fire that isn't coming in from a pretty steep angle. Think about long-range cruiser fire or long-range battleship fire. The second thing is that the western end of the island is tall enough to obscure vision, but also low enough to fire over with relative comfort, while easily able to retreat back to the larger part of the island for bigger cover. Anyway, looking back at the replay, we are in A, so we notice there's a Tirpitz, so we're going to launch some torpedoes at him using the indicator, and then we're just going to launch another speculative set really close to the island, just in case anything wants to get close and poke its head out, and we find a giant nope. Nope. We do not want any parts of that Atlanta. So we're going to hightail it directly away from that Atlanta as fast and as far as we can get. Well, maybe not as fast and as far, but outside of 8.3 kilometers, which should be his radar range. So once we're comfortably far away from the Atlanta, we're going to start to make our turn to get behind the island so we can get in close, where if we get radared, we won't get shot at, but one of our torpedo hits as well as gunshots from the, I think, Leon. So we're going to start opening up fire once we make sure that there's not really much that can target us. So we're going to put a couple shots at the Atlantic. God, I love the 2.4 second reload time on this Fletcher. It is incredible. Well, he goes dark with a couple shots in the air. Let's see what happens. Boom, down goes the Atlanta. Off to a great start indeed, Mr. Narrator Man. With that Atlanta gone, we don't have to worry about hydroacoustic search from the New Orleans and that Udachi. We're a bit out of position after running from the Atlanta, but that's okay. We're making our way back towards A, so we can at least contest the cap. Right now, we're only up by 1 kill, so this game could come down to points. The longer the game goes, the more powerful destroyers become. Mainly that's because you're so good at capturing points. You have a huge potential to turn losses into victories if you're smart with your stealth and your speed and get those caps. Now, that's not to say that you want to hide in your destroyer until late game, because your spotting could be far more useful to the win early than you being alive late. That's okay, but that's also why I'm not using my guns here. It's more important for me to contest the cap and spot for my team. If I wanted to farm damage, I could just pop a smoke screen and farm damage on that Tirpitz. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to spot anything hiding behind the far side of that island. Right? So instead, I'm just going to keep sailing forward and see what we see. We know that there was a New Orleans and a Udachi back there. And we know that something's still back there because the Tirpitz is 7.5 kilometers away and the twist and track is pointing over towards the island. It's not going to be the Iowa, he's further away, and there's the New Orleans. Pretty close, that's 7.5 kilometers or so. We have a, I believe, 5.7 detection range, I think it is. So we're going to launch some torpedoes at the New Orleans. We're spotted. We don't know by what. It's the Udachi, so he's got to die. We're going to open fire. He puts his smoke screen up immediately. So we're taking fire, so we're going to start to run. Taking a lot of fire, so we're just going to slow down, pop the smoke so we get unspotted, and hopefully can still contest the cap. Taking a bunch of damage, and we're safely in our smoke screen. So time to assess the situation. we're capping. We still have our smoke generator going, so we're going to make a pretty big smoke screen, and we're going to engage the turbines. So we got shots going out on him, got some sort of torpedoes going towards him, and then smoke finishes. We're fine. We spot the Adachi, immediately switch to him and start engaging. Now, I don't know what spotted him. It might have been the radar from my Baltimore friend or from the Atlanta that's made its way to that island. I don't know, but whatever. That's fine. Get a torpedo hit on someone. Don't know who it is. Keep engaging the Adachi while he's running. It's very, very important to get those destroyers off the board if you can. Because, again, later in the game, the more powerful they get. Apparently, the Tirpitz damage control was on cooldown as he floods. Knock out the Adachi's engines a second time. New Orleans is spotted, so we're going to engage him. We're in the smoke. He's 5.5 kilometers away. I'm pretty sure that's inside his smoke fire penalty with those 8-inch guns, so we're just going to lay just a withering amount of fire. Look at what this 2.4 second reload does to this New Orleans. Hitting him in the superstructure. It is absolutely incredible. He's on fire. Keep firing at him. Another fire. Can't take this for long. There he finally goes, and now they only have 3 ships left. So we managed to drift out of the cap, so that's okay. Someone managed to kill the Adachi, I believe it was the Atlanta, and now we're going to head after that Kuchezov because he's been harassing our team from a smoke screen, so we're going to go get him, make sure he stays spotted. Someone's spotting him, he doesn't have a lot of health. Well, it's gonna be a minute before we catch him because he's almost as fast as we are. So I'm going to leave you with what by now I'm sure is your favorite tune of all time. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you'll notice we're setting up this Kuchezov for a little trap here. We use the island to get pretty close to him, and we're slowing down. We're going to engage our smoke screen, and then we're just going to open up with the AP, and I am going to, after all that effort, absolutely potato almost all of this AP shell damage. Look at it. Look at this. Hardly any hits. Can't do anything, so we got to switch to HE. Switch to HE, try that, maybe that'll help me hit him. Not really, still having a hard time. So you can see it's the shells aren't the easiest to deal with. Oh, there we got a fire on him. Then we got another fire. Oh, he disappears into his smoke screen. Launch a couple more shots. And then, well, he disappeared, so back to the Iowa. We're going to just start unloading into him with our HE. Maybe could fire AP into the superstructure at this point, but I think it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, so we're going to hopefully try and light a fire because he's got a lot of hit points left. Just absolutely unloading on him as the rest of our team does. They only have 2 ships left, so once it gets down to this, I mean, you could see that Iowa was at full health when there were only 2 ships left, and the Kuchezov hardly had any health remaining anyway. Our destroyer takes him down. I decide to launch a torpedo salvo where it was going anyway, and then we are going to just decide that the Kuchezov, last one to die, we're going to go spot him. So he probably can't see anything right now, so he's a little confused. So we're going to try and charge the smoke screen, see if we can't get within 2 kilometers to spot him. We're going to turn sideways. You can see the twist and track indicator is pointing he's generally that way, and it was pretty accurate that time, so we're going to start to fire. He's going to go forward. He sees us, he's going to fire at us, so we'll see him in his smoke. We take a fair whack of damage there, that's okay. We're going to keep firing at him. He's got 6-inch guns, so he should be reloaded any moment. And just pumping fire into him. There, he's reloaded. Oh, another good chunk of damage, but that finishes him off. And that's the game. And now the results. 2,650 base experience, more importantly the W, 88,600 damage, 4 kills, and the first blood award down there. Well, that's that, I suppose. I genuinely hope you enjoyed our time together today. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. And if you'd like to let me know what you want to see on the channel going forward, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like the video so much that you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and never miss a video. We'd love to have you in the fleet. Until then, fair winds and following seas.